Influence that doesn't multiply dies with the influencer. Hey everybody, Dr. Martin Williams here. I help purpose-driven leaders discover, develop, and deploy their divine assignment so that they can really reign on earth, but they can do it without losing themselves. Founders, when they're thinking about something, they want to leave a legacy, the true ones. So this idea of king-making is my idea. I'm not saying no one else is doing it, but it's what I was told to do. Martin, don't just become a king. Create systems that creates kings. It's a society, it's a nation, and I want to talk to you about it. This is my voice. In the King's Code, Session 5 is so important. It's about the law of the Kingmaker. Listen, your reign is proven by what you reproduce. Not just what you produce, but by what you reproduce. Legacy isn't what you leave behind. Legacy is who you send ahead of you. So why leadership that doesn't reproduce dies? Leadership cultures that don't reproduce after themselves, they die. That's what you're going to learn. So now when we start talking about this whole process, the first thing we need to talk about is the reproduction of principle. We have to take the principles of kings and make those principles reproductive. Kingship isn't proven by ruling, it's proven by reproducing rulers. Kingship is not, I'm a king, crown me, right? This is my logo. This represents who I'm supposed to be and what part I must play in this world. Jesus was the best at this. He was the best at king making. He didn't just spend his time on earth building cathedrals. He never laid one brick. He never built one church. He never went to glorify buildings or religions or any of that. He was not religious. Neither am I. I am not. I am kingdom though, without excuse, without trying to explain it, without you trying to accept me. I don't really care if you accept me. But there are some people out there who accept me, but mostly they accept my idea. They accept my idea. And the idea is to create disciples, to create 12 super leaders, 12 other kings, and give them authority to go into the world and be themselves. That was Jesus. He built people, not temples. He didn't care anything about the temples. He cared about the leaders that he would create. He was just looking for the right minds and the right types of people that he could create with. For 3.5 years, he poured himself into 12, teaching, correcting, empowering them. When he left, he carried his DNA. They carried his DNA through the rest of their lives, and they have passed it on to some of us. It was so effective that the world called them those who turned the world upside down. Oh my goodness. If I could create 12 men and women who turned the world upside down, I would rejoice over my life in the afterlife. He is still influencing the world right now. Success isn't addition. We're not trying to add kings. We're trying to multiply them through legacy. We want to multiply these kings through legacy because true kings don't need to be present to still have power and influence. The person who left this behind for me is Dr. Miles Monroe. He gave me the overarching idea of what a kingdom was and what a leader is and what a king is. He described it. I had to go study the words. I had to find myself in it. So now I'm doing something that he wasn't necessarily doing. I'm building a system around how to make kings, because true kings don't need to be present. If I build a system that others can use and build upon and correct and make it bigger, that's the goal in my life. If we can't multiply this idea, it dies. So we have to multiply it. That's what you and I are here for. We're here to multiply it. It's like a fire. When you light another candle, your flame doesn't shrink. The room just gets brighter. Doesn't have to be my candle, but if I can light other candles, eventually we keep lighting candles and there won't be any darkness. Identify one person you can begin to pour your life into right now this month. One person you can just give your life to them. It'd be great if it was 12, but just think of one. Not for applause. You're not doing it because you want them to be clapping, hey, and worship you. No, not for applause, but for multiplication. Who could you give your life to that can become greater than you, that can become bigger than you, that's going to live longer than you? Yes, you got children, you got grandchildren, but there are also people out there who are close to you that you could make them kings like you. You can teach them what you know, make them better than what you have experienced, because followers celebrate you. That's great. People love followers because followers celebrate them. But successionaries, people who will pick up your succession and take it into the future, they continue you. They keep you alive. When we start talking about king making, and by the way, I have my king making. This is what talks to me all the time. We have to deal with the death of selfishness. It's time for parts of you to die. It's time for parts of you to be balled up, thrown away. It's time for parts of you to be burned in the fire. Stop being selfish. Stop being selfish. It's not just about you. It's about the billions of people living on this planet being fed ideas that come from you. You cannot reproduce what you refuse to release. Why? You can't reproduce because you're holding information, you're holding the gates, you're gatekeeping, you're trying to make sure people don't learn. The more people that are, and listen to me, I'm not saying show everybody, give it to everybody. No, you need to know the group in which you're committed to lead. Listen to me. You need to make sure that this group has alliance. Jesus had disciples. Mr. Jobs had people behind him. Mr. Gates has people behind him. Warren Buffett has people behind him that they passed it on to. Muhammad Ali, no matter what profession there is, everybody had this big idea to reproduce. They gave away information to the right people. Don't just scatter it out there. You're pearls among swine, but you need to pick people you're pouring into, you have a relationship with. Steve Jobs, again, he built the Apple twice. The first time with control, the second time with culture. By the time he passed, Apple had a structure so strong it could outlive him. That's what we're trying to build. That's the difference between ownership and stewardship. The difference is, I don't just want to create this amazing thing, this machine. I want to create it so that it can keep creating. I want to give that knowledge to someone. I want to prepare myself to even sell that knowledge. Have mentors, people around me like Solomon that I'm pouring into, but they're also pouring into me. That's the difference of what we're trying to make. And selfish leadership wants loyalty. Selfish leadership, if you're ever around a leader and all he or she wants is for people to applaud, oh, you're so great, you're so wonderful. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about selfless leadership. Selfless leadership, all they want is legacy. They want to pass it on. They want the world to be better when they leave. You and I are going to be friends. You and I are going to connect, many of you out there, because you're going to be coached by me. Or I'm going to be coached by you. We're going to be plugging into this idea that the world needs to be better when we're gone. When you're okay with other people standing in a spotlight you used to shine in, and you're preparing them for bigger spotlights. Do you hear what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. King making, not being a king, but being a king manufacturing company. Because there are systems and there's a conveyor belt that's leading you to that. Insecure leaders protect their position. Martin, how do I know an insecure leader? They never want you to stand in the limelight that they've created as a spotlight. They think it's their limelight, but it's just a spotlight for whoever they place there. And right now in my life, I want hundreds of thousands of people to stand in the little light that I have produced so they can make it bigger. Secure leaders prepare replacements. Secure leaders love succession. It's the insecure leaders that don't. We have to be intentional about building secure leaders who know how to give it away. They know how to prepare other people for it. And they've built a system so that it can happen. Are you one of those people? Do me a favor. I keep asking. Write down one area of your life or business where you've been hoarding control. Don't tell nobody. Don't put it out there. Don't let everybody know. But write down one area in your life, one area in your business where you've been hoarding control. You don't want to tell anybody. You don't even want to train the people who work for you in some sense. I love what's happening to my physical blood son and daughter right now. They're standing in limelights that me and their mom created. Might be small limelights, but they're limelights. And both of them know who they are. So they're taking it to the next level. You have no idea about the 5, 10, 15, 30, 50, 100 other sons that we're raising up and giving them secrets. They're brilliant. I just want to leave something behind that keeps moving, that makes life wonderful. I get credit for that, you know? God, the creator of the universe, he's a bean counter. He counts everything I'm affecting. He counts it. He knows. He knows how to hold accounts. Absolutely remember this statement. You will never multiply what you're afraid to release. Tell me what you're getting ready to release. What authority? What are you getting ready to teach people? What is one thing you can pass on to one person in your life and you know they're going to do something amazing with it? What is that one thing? Well, Martin, I'm going to teach people how to believe in themselves. One thing I'm going to pass on to my protege, to my mentee, to my natural children, to my spiritual children. I'm going to pass that on, and I know it's going to multiply. I am not afraid to say and to see people do better than me. I'm a kingmaker. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe and go ahead and watch the next video.